Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. We'll be continuing episode 3 today, so without further ado, let's get into it. You once again find yourself in the front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun is already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Too late. The door swings open. Sorry, I panicked and I'm trying to think of a voice. Hey, Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Megs, right? I heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Megs updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, stringing against Stella's grip, and she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in the van for a bit. I'll run the AC and give her some treats. You know, I always have some of those easy-chew dog turkeys stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Megs? Are you coming in? I do think it's odd that Gretchen reacted that way to Reese. Whatever. Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you were wandering into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. Still have time now, right? You weren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen. I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll be downstairs. Won't even know we're here. You make your way toward the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from the piles in the corners of the room. Hiding the bare cement floor, ghoulish faces coat the wall in paint and sneering out the creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little tense. Kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Do you need us to sneak you out of here? This place feels like a prison. Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Your company is plenty. It's nice to have living people down here for a change. You know, we'd visit more if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body's pretty peculiar when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Megs is pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is gonna be. Haha, you're so macabre, Reese. You sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there's worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time, or a short time, no one's sure. I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. The best years are behind me. My future is unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. I'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Surely there must be something the doctors can do for you, even if it's just helping you deal with the symptoms. The doc upstairs has consulted with a lot of specialists. I've tried a lot of medications. Sure, some have been able to alleviate symptoms, but they always come with their own fun side effects. It wound up being a question of picking which set of discomforts I want to deal with. I settled on a constant nausea and vomiting and persistent itch I can't scratch. It's manageable. As long as I can still paint, I don't care. And hey, it's not all bad. Some of it's just weird. Like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Hyperlaxicity. Cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope. It feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, medication, or some other part of my condition. So, Stella's told you everything that's been happening the past couple days? Oh, she told me about what you guys found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures futilely towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that what you texted me, that they look something like out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Oh, yep, those are the ditchlings. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of those piles on the floor. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. Doesn't mean that they've been lurking around here, though. I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Megs around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he's got going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. What do you think about my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. If I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what's happening out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Alright, let me actually take a look at the art in this room before I start talking to him about it. In fact, the art I would expect from someone who has a weird illness and is trapped in their basement. That's certainly something. Oh, why is this one punched? That's a little concerning. Is that part of the piece, or did something else happen? Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. Cool. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brush strokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguished being within. I mean, yeah, absolutely, for sure. I feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing, just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. And when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out, and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. That sounds kind of like therapy? That seems healthy, probably? Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. It works for me, at least. You need someone to pose for your paintings this week. That would be incredible. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be great to use a model other than myself and to have some company. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is tiny, K through 12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was friendly when you got to past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. Make your way toward the sink, but you're stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hall. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You've felt this before, in the dusty tunnel you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You're lightheaded. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? This is creepy. This is actually, oh my god. Okay, cool. Should I open the door? You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning to the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on her chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite of you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it's odd he's seated between the two of you, rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded, but not only toward you, Stella and Kanika, but toward her own son as well. Ills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. There were too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want tips on easy homemade cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you. You could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Noted, but she won't do anything about it. Her son will remain in the dark. I'm sorry. There's a few moments when I wish I had a face cam because my jaw dropped when I read this. Which, yeah, I don't know if that's what's happening. Then again, if she's talking to the specialist and they're not directly seeing him, it is possible that she is poisoning him. But is that an appropriate thing to say? Is she gonna kick me out? Hold on. I'll explore the other options first. I'm not gonna do small talk. I'll explore some of the other options first, and then maybe I'll click that. I mean, I didn't either, so. It must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have had to come to terms with that. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he's had to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Ow, jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having other people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. I have to. So does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy even if bad things happen to them. I guess living in the Nile is kind of happiness, sure. Okay, so I don't think she's not a veterinarian. I don't think she will have an answer for this. But have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any miners who have unusual symptoms? Anyone seems sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Megs ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It could help our investigation into the strange going-ons. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mine collapse? I think it's best if left to professionals, Stella. Not someone who runs around the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it like a tragic accident was. Not some kind of mystery to unravel. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Megs around? Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. She's a law. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. Even Stella was like, You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. It turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet, as I expected it to. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? Silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down at the table, nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. I think that's the end of my discussion. You remain silent, quietly picking at your store-bought spaghetti and pasta rolls. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie or something this week, while Megs is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. Am I gonna push the theory that she might be poisoning her son? It doesn't matter. We're gonna be kicked out anyway. Might as well. Don't think I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. Hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched. And it's definitely rare. I don't think we can rule it out. I'm gonna do this because it's an explorer, and then I'll do that. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there. I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if that carving showed you last night was related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Meg's got. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she'd have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than him just being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street.
Okay, I think that is where we are going to leave it for now. I am really suspicious of Reese's mom and her door that really wanted me to open it. And I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have the mystic trait. I feel like I would have had to open the door. That was the only option. The only reason I could resist was because of my mystic trait. No, I should have opened the door. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I will see you next time.